All right, so get this.
Yeah.
A god of symbiotes,
Uh-huh.
a mysterious artifact,
Oh, wow.
and Eddie Brock caught in the middle of it all.
Sounds intense.
We're diving deep into Venom, The Last Dance.
Okay.
Whether you've seen the movie or not,
Right.
we're about to unpack some seriously cool details
Right.
and surprising twists.
Already?
So what's really captivating about this movie is how it throws a curveball
Yeah.
right from the start.
Oh, really?
We're not just dealing with your typical symbiote shenanigans here.
Okay.
We're introduced to Null,
No.
the supposed creator and god of all symbiotes,
Interesting.
who has been imprisoned and wants revenge on the entire universe.
Wow, that's a pretty big grudge.
Right.
So this Null character,
Yeah.
he's not just some all-powerful being lounging around in a cosmic palace.
Nope.
He's been stripped of his power
Yeah.
and locked away.
Exactly.
It really makes you wonder
Yeah.
what exactly went down. What kind of power struggle could lead to a god
Right.
being overthrown by his own creations?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
The movie dives into this intriguing backstory. Null claims that he created the symbiotes, but they rebelled,
Oh, wow.
took his power,
Seriously.
and threw him into this cosmic prison.
So it's like a...
It's basically a Greek myth on a universal scale.
Wow, I like that.
And to make matters worse,
Uh-oh.
he's got these henchmen called the Geno creatures
Geno creatures.
who are on a mission to free him.
Interesting.
Now, are they like symbiotes or something else entirely?
That's a good question.
This is where the movie takes
Yeah.
a fascinating departure from the comics.
Oh, really? How so?
And the source material.
Okay.
Geno creatures are from a whole different planet, but here
Yeah.
they're portrayed as Null's original creations,
Interesting.
even older than the symbiotes themselves.
Oh, wow.
And visually, their stark black color really emphasizes this whole idea of Null.
Empire of Darkness.
That's a cool detail.
So we've got these ancient shadowy beings scouring the universe
Right.
for a way to free their imprisoned god.
Makes you wonder what they're looking for.
I know, right?
Like, what could possibly unlock a prison
Exactly.
holding a being as powerful as Null?
The answer lies in something called the Codex,
The Codex.
which is basically the only key to setting Null free.
Interesting.
Think of it like an ancient artifact,
Okay.
maybe a source of immense power or knowledge that the Geno creatures are desperately searching for.
I see.
Okay, so while this whole cosmic power struggle is brewing,
Yeah.
we've got Eddie Brock trying to figure out life after Spider-Man No Way Home.
Makes sense.
He's back in his own universe,
Okay.
stuck in Mexico,
Oh, no.
and now a wanted man.
Poor Eddie.
There's this almost comical scene where Eddie's at a bar learning about Thanos and the blip
Seriously.
from the bartender.
That's whole. It's like the MCU aftermath hitting him right in the face,
Yeah,
but with a touch of humor.
I like that.
But it's not all sunshine and margaritas for Eddie.
What do you mean?
He's being blamed for Patrick Mulligan's death.
Oh, right, Patrick Mulligan.
You know, the detective from the first movie
Yeah,
who bonded with the Riot's symbiote?
I remember.
Talk about adding insult to injury.
That's rough.
And remember how Venom accidentally left a piece of himself behind in the MCU?
Yeah.
Well, he does it again.
Oh, no way.
This time in that Mexican bar.
Seriously?
It's a seemingly small detail
Uh-huh.
that could have huge implications later on.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Now hold on, because things are about to
Yeah.
get really interesting.
Okay.
Remember Patrick Mulligan,
Yeah.
the detective we thought was dead?
Uh-huh.
Well, it turns out he's alive and well,
What?
thanks to a symbiote.
No way.
The movie pulls you in with this unexpected twist.
That's crazy.
Not only is Mulligan alive,
Wow.
but he's been revived by a symbiote.
So they can do that.
And it really makes you question, just how far did these symbiote powers extend?
That's a good question.
Could they actually rewrite the rules of life and death as we know them?
I mean, that would be pretty wild.
That's a total game changer.
So what does Mulligan have to say after this miraculous resurrection?
Well, his symbiote drops a bombshell,
A bombshell.
a warning about Null and the impending danger he poses.
Oh, man.
Talk about raising the stakes.
That's intense.
Now you've got these ancient Geno creatures searching for the Codex.
Right.
Eddie on the run, and this mysterious warning about a cosmic threat.
This is getting good.
And this is all just the beginning.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
We haven't even touched upon what's going on in Area 51.
Area 51.
Where all captured symbiotes are being held.
Hold on a sec. There's a whole Area 51 connection.
You bet.
What's going on there?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Is the government somehow involved in this whole cosmic mess?
I can't believe...
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
I can't wait to hear more.
We'll be right back to explore what happens next.
Sounds good. What's fascinating about this whole Area 51 thing is it really suggests like a deeper level of understanding about symbiotes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're not just mindless monsters, you know?
Right.
They possess knowledge, they can communicate, and they seem to be aware of this cosmic threat in a way that we humans just aren't.
It's like they have this ancient wisdom passed down through generations.
Right.
If they know so much about Null, could they also hold the key to stopping him?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
It's clear that symbiotes are far more complex than we initially thought.
Yeah.
They have this inherent duality, you know, capable of immense destruction, but also possessing this potential for creation and even perhaps salvation. This movie really seems to be exploring that fascinating dichotomy.
So let's recap for a second. We have Null.
Right.
This vengeful god of symbiotes.
Yeah.
Imprisoned but desperate to break free and wreak havoc.
Right.
We've got Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Caught in the middle of it all.
Trying to clear his name while this cosmic threat looms large.
Exactly.
And let's not forget the curious detail of Venom leaving a piece of himself behind.
Oh, yeah.
Not once.
Yeah.
But twice now.
I know.
It's like he's unintentionally leaving breadcrumbs. Which could have major implications for the future of the story.
Almost like he's leaving a part of himself in each universe he visits.
Yeah.
Creating these interdimensional connections.
Right.
Could this be setting up some kind of multiversal symbiote event?
Now, that's a fascinating thought.
Right.
It wouldn't be surprising given the current trend of multiversal stories we see in superhero films.
Right.
Imagine the possibilities.
I know.
If Venom's essence is scattered across different dimensions.
Whoa. Mind blown.
But for now, let's bring it back to Venom, The Last Dance. Where do you think this story is ultimately headed?
I think it seems like the movie is building toward an epic showdown between Eddie Brock Venom and Null.
Right.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
I know.
We're talking about the fate of the entire universe.
It's all on the line.
Hanging in the balance.
The big question is, will Eddie have to embrace Venom's darker, more destructive side to defeat Null? Or will he find a way to harness the symbiote's power for good?
Right.
And triumph against all odds?
That's the classic dilemma at the core of Venom's character, isn't it?
It is.
He's a force of nature capable of both incredible good and terrible destruction.
That's right.
The choices Eddie makes will ultimately determine which path they take.
I agree.
The tension is palpable.
It is.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a moment to recap the key takeaways from what we've learned so far.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've been introduced to Null, the god of symbiotes, who is driven by this thirst for revenge against the very beings he created.
Yeah.
We've learned about the Geno creatures, his loyal servants, tirelessly searching for the Codex to set him free.
We've seen Eddie Brock grappling with the fallout from Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Right.
Now a wanted man in his own universe.
Trying to stay one step ahead of the authorities.
And we've gained some truly intriguing insights.
We have.
Into the complex nature of symbiotes.
Yes.
Their potential for both good and evil.
Absolutely.
And their surprising ability to even bring back the dead.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Wow, there's a lot to process.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly exciting.
It is.
Venom: The Last Dance is shaping up to be a truly thrilling and thought-provoking chapter in the Venom saga.
It definitely leaves us with many unanswered questions.
Like what?
Well, what role will Patrick Mulligan and his symbiote play in the coming conflict?
Yeah.
How will Eddie find the strength to face a godlike being like Null?
And perhaps most importantly, what will happen to that piece of Venom that was left behind in the MCU?
The possibilities are endless.
Welcome back, Deep Divers. We're in the final act of Venom: The Last Dance, and the tension is really through the roof. But you know what's really remarkable is how the movie manages to inject humor even when the universe is like on the brink of destruction.
It's true. It's a testament to the film's ability to balance those lighthearted moments with the weight of, this overarching threat.
Yeah.
You've got Eddie and Venom cracking jokes,
right,
delivering witty banter, even as they face down this cosmic horror.
It's true. Even with this universe-destroying god on the loose, they still find time to be their hilarious, dysfunctional selves. It's what makes their dynamics so entertaining and honestly kind of relatable. I mean, who hasn't tried to make a joke in the face of impending doom?
Right. It brings a sense of humanity to these characters, even though one of them is, an alien symbiote. Their back and forth is just so fun to watch. It really keeps the energy up.
So last time we left off with quite a few loose ends. We've got Null on a rampage, his Geno creatures searching high and low for that codex, and Eddie Brock trying to figure out how to stop it all.
And don't forget Patrick Mulligan back from the dead thanks to a symbiote.
Oh, yeah.
His warning about Null adds this whole other layer of urgency. It's like a cosmic ticking time bomb.
Okay, so with all these pieces in play, where does the story go from here? How does Venom, The Last Dance, resolve this epic showdown?
Well, without giving away any major spoilers, let's just say that the movie delivers on its promise of an epic confrontation. You're going to see intense battles, unexpected alliances, and some truly mind-bending visuals.
And I'm guessing the Area 51 connection comes into play. All those captured symbiotes, they can't just be sitting on the sidelines, right?
You're absolutely right. The movie cleverly weaves in the Area 51 element, adding another layer of complexity to the conflict. And the question of whether those symbiotes become assets or liabilities in the fight against Null is one you'll have to watch to find out.
Okay, no spoilers. But as the movie wraps up, does it answer all the questions we've been pondering? Or does it leave us with some lingering mysteries?
Well, one of the things that makes Venom, The Last Dance, so compelling is that it doesn't just serve up easy answers. It leaves you with some thought-provoking questions about the nature of symbiotes, the blurry line between good and evil, and the consequences of our actions on a cosmic scale.
It sounds like it's more than just a mindless action flick.
Yeah.
It makes you think. It challenges your perceptions.
Yeah.
And it really stays with you long after you've seen it.
Exactly. And that's what makes for a truly engaging and memorable film experience, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Venom, The Last Dance, I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder. We've seen the destructive potential of symbiotes, but we've also glimpsed their capacity for good, their ability to protect and even heal. Could it be that they're not just agents of chaos, but something more? Could they hold the key to not only defeating threats like Null, but also safeguarding the universe from other dangers lurking in the cosmos?
That's a truly fascinating question, and one that the movie encourages us to consider. After all, even in the darkest corners of the universe, there's always the potential for hope, for change, for something unexpected to emerge.
I love that. It's a reminder that there's always more than meets the eye, and that even the most formidable creatures can surprise us.
And with that, we come to the end of our deep dive.
Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the world of Venom, The Last Dance. We hope you enjoyed exploring the twists and turns of the plot, dissecting the complex characters, and pondering those thought-provoking questions. Don't forget to share your own theories and takeaways with us. We'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.